Welcome to Dragon's Lair Update. This month, the action on the turf intensifies at Howard Community College. Coach Faust's Dragons battle Hartford. Women's lacrosse looks to continue their climb in the national poll. And a preview of what's to come at nationals with track and field head coach Errick Henlon. Men's lacrosse leads off. The Dragons look to take down the team that ended their season a year ago. Howard squares off against Anne Arundel. Mike Leschner anchors our coverage.
Thanks, Diane. Our analyst coached at Howard for 11 years. In his playing days, he helped Towson State reach the national championship in '91 and the national quarterfinals in '92. It's a pleasure to welcome Mike Jones.
Thanks. Great to be here.
Howard enters the game with a 4-3 record. All 3 losses have come against teams ranked in the top 4 nationally, and all 3 losses have been ugly. Coach Faust's Dragons still control their own destiny. Entering this game, Howard is undefeated in the region. Coach, what's key for Howard today?
Well, it's a big Region 20 game for HCC, especially coming off the loss to Nassau. It's important for Howard to get back on track in the region so they get a good seed in the region tournament. If the Dragons can stick to their quick ball movement offense and good team defense, sliding early to the ball, and they should earn a victory today.
Anne Arundel enters the game ranked 5th in the national poll. The Howard-Anne Arundel series has been evenly matched. They've split their last 6 meetings. Anne Arundel ended Howard's season in last year's region semifinal. Coach, what do you expect to see from Anne Arundel?
Anne Arundel's record looks impressive, but all of their wins have come to teams in the bottom half of the standings. Today should be a good test against the top 16. Last couple of seasons, Anne Arundel's strength's been on defense. Today, against the potent Dragon offense, will be a good challenge for them.
Howard and Anne Arundel's face off next. Let's go to the Dragon's Lair. First half, Howard on offense. Scott Dagnall-Leach draws the pole.
Dagnall-Leach with a little too much effort there. He should have moved the ball a little more quickly.
Kenneth Robertson wins the ground ball for Anne Arundel. John Jennings scans the field. Zach McElroy picks it out of thin air, sends it ahead to Austin Mitchell.
Nice transition off the interception for an easy fast break goal.
Cody Martin catches Dagnall-Leach in stride. It gives Howard the lead, and goal number 3 on the year for the midi out of Manchester, England. Dragons back on offense. Mitchell, 7 in blue, breaks it up. Mitchell regains possession. Taken down, trying to improve his angle, and Martin ends up with it behind the cage. Connects with Dagnall-Leach.
Howard is holding on to the ball a little too much, giving the Anne Arundel defense a chance to recover and settle in.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 1-0 Howard. Pierce Meyer up against Reese Williams. Meyer goes down. The turf is wet from rain early in the day.
A textbook hold there by Williams.
1 minute penalty. Anne Arundel's extra man unit takes the field.
Nice save by Cilio, but he gives up the rebound, and Anne Arundel takes advantage.
Robert Bigelow with the man-up tally ties the game. Anne Arundel won the ensuing faceoff. Edward Hartle takes a run at McElroy. Retreats. Now moves the ball to Meyer.
Man-to-man defense from Howard, but good ball movement by Anne Arundel. Good ball movement will beat a good defense. The ball always moves faster than feet can.
Anne Arundel takes the lead late in the first.
Second quarter, here's an example of a Howard slide causing a turnover. Good ground ball, good slide from the inside out, staying under control and forcing them to put the ball on the ground.
After another Howard turnover, Anne Arundel's back on offense. 5 turnovers for the Dragons. Long possession for Anne Arundel. Here's Pierce Meyer. He likes the matchup against Reese Williams, and here he comes again.
The early slide from Clint Lewis forces the outside shot, makes it a relatively easy save.
Cody Martin draws the pole. Able to get separation, looking for Dagnall-Leach on the doorstep.
Cross crease pass doesn't work there. Too easy for the defense to pick off.
Mitchell, one-on-one with Robertson behind the cage. Mitchell denied entry above goal line extended. Loose ball. Mitchell wins it back.
A little too much dodging from Austin Mitchell, but a nice job to find the open man off the ground ball.
Josh Venturelli ties the game off the feed from Mitchell, and Robertson is hit with a 1-minute slash. Anne Arundel just backed up a shot. They're a man down, looking to kill the penalty.
HCC's defense is extending a little too much. Leads to a backdoor cut by Anne Arundel for an easy goal.
Anne Arundel won the ensuing faceoff. 2 minutes left, looking to go into halftime with a lead.
Nice double team and a takeaway by Donald Corgrove.
20 seconds till the half. 3-2 Anne Arundel. Martin up against Liam Connell. Gets above GLE. Finds Dylan Riley on the crease and he puts it away.
Howard in turn has their backdoor cut for a goal.
Second half, Anne Arundel looking to get into the box. Ronald Carney makes 20 in blue, change direction. John Jennings with a lateral pass. It's going to be a turnover.
Failure to advance call on Anne Arundel there, and a quick restart by HCC.
Isabel Reyes burns the short stick. Here comes Howard on the fast break. Reyes. Riley passes over top to Mitchell. Dragons regain the lead. Terrific execution from the attackman out of Reservoir High School. After 3 turnovers and an Anne Arundel failed clear, Howard's back on offense.
Here in the second half, HCC is back to their quick ball movement offense. They move the ball to the backside for an easy dodge and shot.
Daniel Chu overhand rep makes it a 2-goal lead. Anne Arundel won the ensuing faceoff. Zach McElroy knocks it loose, but Bigelow is able to roll it to Brendan Schneidwein.
Anne Arundel picks up the quick loose ball and goes straight to the goal, but it looks like Cilio sees it the whole way and makes the save.
7 minutes remaining in the third. 5-3 Howard. They're back on offense. Riley goes to Jerron Brooks. Takes a run at the short stick. Brooks finishes the ball. 3 unanswered from the Dragons.
Jerron Brooks with a nice low-angle shot there, sneaks it in the near post.
Officials hit Anne Arundel with a face-off violation on the ensuing draw, so Howard's back on offense.
Cody Martin with a nice rocker step there, gets his hands free and puts it top shelf.
The third quarter has been all Howard. Dragons outscoring Anne Arundel 4-0 in the second half. Austin Mitchell with the dive shot inside, willing to pay the price, and the flag is down. The goal counts.
Austin Mitchell gets pushed in the back and falls down, but he still manages to put the ball in the goal.
Fourth quarter now, Anne Arundel scored on their first possession of the frame, and here's Hartle.
Brooks gives up the inside position on defense there and allows the Anne Arundel player to go across the goal. A hard shot to stop for Cilio.
Martin draws the pole. Here comes the slide. Martin, Jared Riley. Riley gets the goal.
Nice cut to the ball and a classic Canadian finish.
Anne Arundel not going anywhere. They scored on their next possession, and they're back on offense.
Long-range shot from Anne Arundel. That's just popcorn for Cilio.
11 saves on the day for the sophomore out of Sarasota, Florida. 2 minutes remaining. This has been a nearly 2-minute possession for Howard. Scott Dagnall-Leach beats the shorty, beats the goalie. Howard finishes off Anne Arundel.
Overall, it looks like HCC has gotten back to the basics in the second half, using quick ball movement and good team defense to get ahead and stay ahead.
Let's send it down to Matt Stovall.
Mr. Brooks, you seemed fired up pregame. What were you telling your teammates?
Region 20, we don't lose, especially playing at home. It's a lot of pride. We take a lot of pride in playing at home, and that's one of our mottos. We have unity, pride, and intensity, and that's one of the things we take pride in is winning at home. So I just told the guys, let's come out here ready to play and let's get the win.
So overall, were you pleased with your effort today from the team?
Very pleased, very pleased. 3-3 first half. Wasn't our best half. We knew we had to come out second half. Defense played an excellent game. Cilio in the goal. When we got Cilio on the cage, we know it's a good start. And then everyone just follows his lead. Then offense put a few goals together. We're moving the ball, listen to what coach said, and we really got it going.
So you made some great saves the whole game, but it seemed like really in the first half, the offense wasn't really scoring a whole lot. You were really making some big saves and keeping the team in it. How are you seeing the ball today?
I saw it great. Going back to the offense, we knew that on defense we're just going to keep plugging away, doing our thing, and we knew the offense was going to figure it out. So nothing against the offense, but we knew that they were going to figure it out, so we just had to keep up on our end, and we did. The whole entire defense played great as a team altogether.
All right, Mr. Brooks, coming up, a big game against Hartford. How do you feel going into this game?
As we all know, Hartford's a big rival in our region. We know they're having a down year, but we know we just got to come out, play our game, and we'll get the win. Coach has really been focusing on ourselves and focus on getting ourselves better. And once we do that, we'll be able to do what we got to do to win games, and it won't matter what the game plan is. We'll have that edge on our side by just focusing on ourselves.
So, Mr. Cilio, what do you plan on working on between now and the Hartford game to get this win?
I feel like clearing is definitely needs to be number one priority for us with every game. For me personally, I think I need to work on low a little bit, but we'll touch on that in practice.
Congratulations on the win, gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
For Dragons Lair Update, I'm Matt Stovall.
It's time for more Region 20 lacrosse. Howard takes on Hartford. Last year's Howard-Hartford game had a huge impact on the Dragons season and should provide added motivation. Howard was losing by 4 goals with 6 minutes remaining when an altercation occurred. So serious that officials ended the game early. The incomplete game went down as a Region 20 loss for Howard. 14 Howard players and 3 coaches were suspended for the following game, a Region 20 loss against Essex. This is a game fans have been waiting for all year. Coach, What do you expect to see from the Dragons?
I think the size of Howard's offensive players, especially the Riley brothers and Austin Mitchell, are going to play a big role in today's game. I don't think Hartford has seen opponents with that level of size and skill. Howard got back to their basic offense in the second half of the Anne Arundel game. We should see more of that today.
After leading Hartford to nationals in 2013 and compiling a 21-12 record in his last 2 seasons, head coach Hugh Donovan resigned in January to take the job at Division III Immaculata University. All-American attackman Julian Jackson also left Hartford, transferring to Essex. In the wake of those losses, Hartford has struggled. They enter the game with a 2-6 record. Coach, what do you expect to see from the Fighting Owls today?
Tough season for Hartford, losing their coach at the beginning of the year. Transition's always tough in a program. If Hartford can concentrate on the little things, passing, catching, ground balls, they should do okay today.
Howard and Hartford battle it out next. Let's go to the Dragons' lair. Action from the first quarter. The teams traded turnovers. Hartford's on offense. Pete Vasilis up against Tyler Workman.
Nice back check there by Workman.
Dylan Riley, top of the box, challenging the Hartford defense, runs through the short sticks and puts it away.
Simple dodge from up top by Dylan Riley. Hard to stop a big body like that.
Owen Winstead won the ground ball off the faceoff for Hartford, and here he comes.
Good individual effort by Winstead on the clear. Howard forgot the most important thing, and that's to stop the ball.
Austin Mitchell draws the pole behind the cage. There's only one winner there.
Mitchell uses his height and size to shoot over the top of the Hartford defenseman. So far, individual talent has prevailed.
Jeremy Scranton up against Zach McElroy. He knocks it out. Reese Williams delivers the hit.
Howard's defense, playing very physical, causes that turnover. Nice ball movement on the break and a good finish by Cody Martin.
3-1 Howard. Martin with his 18th goal of the season. Dragons won the next faceoff, but Pagnotta and Martin can't connect after the fact. Ground ball in the corner. Martin chases it down. Cody Martin scraps for possession, outworks the Hartford long pole. Tremendous effort to stick with that ball. Martin completes the pass to Riley. What a play from the Dragons offense. Riley runs right over to embrace Martin after that display of hustle. Hartford got a goal back. It's 4-2 Dragons. Tyler Lewandowski dodges. McElroy forces him to rush the pass. Pete Emery picks it off. And here come the Dragons in transition. Anthony Pagnotta secures possession. Into the box. To Reese Williams, and he buries it.
Hartford seems a little intimidated by Howard's size and speed. Very evident there on that transition goal.
Next Howard possession. Riley. Dagnan Leach.
Sneaky little play by Cody to backdoor the defenseman. Great heads-up feed by Scott Dagnan Leach.
Second quarter, 6-3 Howard. Martin draws the pole and beats him.
Simple cut to the back pipe leads to a Canadian left finish for Jared Riley.
Howard won the faceoff. Here's Dylan Riley. He lowers his shoulder, storms into the box, and feeds it to his brother Jared.
The Hartford defense seems to be losing track of players, making it easy for Howard to find the open guy. And that open guy has been right on the crease.
7:40 remaining in the half. Dragons have scored 3 unanswered.
Here you see Howard's classic offense. 2 passes to the backside, quick dodge and a shot. It's just simple lacrosse.
Howard's extra man unit goes to work. Riley, Martin, and he makes him pay. 12-4 Howard.
Some fancy stick work there from Cody Martin. Looks like something you do at the beach.
Howard's on another 3-goal run. Anthony Pagnotta, 13 for 20 at the faceoff X in this game. Pagnotta wins it by himself, takes it up the middle of the field, and lets it fly.
That's Pags doing what he does best. At this point, it looks like the Hartford defense isn't even engaging. Mitchell has all day to take a room and time shot. Howard's size and speed is definitely intimidating the Hartford defense.
Howard gets the win. 20-6 is your final. Let's go to Matt Stovall.
All right, Mr. Workman, I know Hartford is a big Region 20 rival. Would you tell the team before this game?
I told them that we had to go out there and finish business from last year because we got into it with them, and it was really heartbreaking. And this year we had to get in there and just finish what we started last year and get the win.
How far off do you think your team is from really competing for this national championship? I know Onondaga, that was a tough loss. Nassau, a tough loss. How far off do you think the team is right now?
Not that far off. Those games, we came out slow. And then we kind of gave up quick, I thought. So, I mean, if we started hard like we have been now and just kept fighting and battled for every ground ball like we have been now and just focus on ourselves, it would be a much closer game.
Mr. Workman, how about you? How do you feel? What's it going to take to beat Nassau, to beat Essex, to beat Onondaga?
I think to beat those New York teams, we just have to play hard. Like Dylan said, we came out slow, and we just need to ramp it up before every game and just come out hard and fire it up.
Gentlemen, congratulations on a huge win today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For Dragons Lair Update, I'm Matt Stovall.
My first guest was the team captain at Western Michigan University during his playing days. He won the U.S. Lacrosse Michigan Coach of the Year at the University of Detroit Jesuit High School and the U.S. Lacrosse Howard County Coach of the Year at Wild Lake. Head coach Errick Faust joins me now. Welcome, Coach.
Thanks for having me.
So how did you feel your team did against Hartford?
I think that was the best we've played all year. Talking with the coaches after the game, we all thought that each quarter we played well. We didn't really have any letdowns, and I mean the score would tell you that. Of course, there's little things I can pick out that we need to improve on, but you know, looking at all facets of the game, I think we played well all 4 quarters.
So you're a coach that really stresses fundamentals.
Absolutely.
So right now, do you like where your team is?
Truthfully?
Sure.
No, I think I'm pleased in most aspects. I think I'll always find something that we can improve on, and you know, I'll never be satisfied. I think if I do start to become satisfied, I'll have to find something else to do. But you know, our growth has been phenomenal from the fall, and that's what I'm very proud of, and I'm very happy about. You know, the guys that we had in the fall and where they were with their sticks and their conditioning were light years beyond that. So I'm very happy with that improvement. But with that being said, I mean, that's just setting the bar higher for next year.
The opening, I think it's your opening game, was against Onondaga.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Onondaga has, what are they on, an 80-game winning streak?
I think it's 96 now.
And now 4-time in a row national champion?
7.
7?
I think it's 7.
What were we thinking putting them on as the opening game of the season? Did that help? Did that help you?
Well, I mean, it shows me, it shows the team where we want to get. You know, the goal is excellence. The goal is, you know, is perfection, you could say, and you're never going to be perfect, but as long as you're chasing perfection, you will reach excellence. And I stole that from Vincent Lombardi. But Onondaga is a team that would beat a lot of Division I, II, or III schools. Onondaga's team was very impressive, very athletic, very skilled. I believe there's over 50 players on their roster. Their coach is outstanding, and I mean their record shows they're doing something right. And I think the only way that we can get to be the best is by playing the best. And so, you know, going into the game, I wanted the guys to compete hard, and they did. But, you know, the score would tell you that it wasn't a very, you know, close game. I think it was 11-0 after the first quarter. But, you know, that being said, the guys played hard and they learned, and it was a good, you know, experience for everyone in the program.
So now looking into the future, what do you think we need in the future in order to compete with the Onondagas and become the Onondaga of Howard County?
Or the Onondaga of Maryland.
There you go.
We need support.
And
I need to be able to offer scholarships.
okay.
I need to be able to attract kids from all over the nation. Onondaga's been fortunate enough to have players from as far away as Hawaii. In fact, one of the player that they have from Hawaii graduated 2 years ago, but now he's just starting, I believe he's a long stick midi at Furman in South Carolina, and a new Division I program that's coached by Richie Meade, the former coach at Navy. But, you know, really awareness, I think, would be another thing, because not a lot of people know that we have a program. Not a lot of people know that you know, there's 3 Canadians playing lacrosse at Howard Community College, or that there's a young man from England, from Manchester, England, who's flown, you know, over the Great Pond and is living in apartments across the street so he can further his education, but further his education and supplement it with lacrosse.
I'm glad that we have you on board here at Howard Community College,
Thank
and
you.
I wish you success as we continue down this road to I hope someday will be a national title for this program.
Thank you.
It's time for women's lacrosse. Howard takes on CCBC Essex. Mike Leschner anchors our coverage.
Thanks, Diane. Our analyst played varsity lacrosse at Wild Lake High School. While there, she was one of their top scorers and an Elite 300 camp alum. It's a pleasure to welcome Mary Lee Adams.
Thanks, Mike.
Coach Carey's Dragons are in the midst of an historic season. Howard is ranked 3rd in the NJCAA poll, and they've scored at least 14 goals in each of their first 8 games. Their only loss is to Onondaga, a perennial power. Errick leads the nation in goals. Charlotte Wilkinson ranks among the national leaders in draw controls. Mary Lee, what do you expect to see from Howard?
Well, Howard is having a great season and looking very strong heading into the playoffs. Their advantage coming into this game against Essex is their speed, play calling, their ability to win draws and ground balls, and play tight man-on-man defense to create turnovers. Really, they have every advantage and should come out of this game on top. They've been using a slow break to work the ball around the crease and find the cut-in, so if they stick to that game plan and are efficient on offense, it's going to really set them apart against Essex and give them a lot of confidence going forward.
CCBC Essex enters the game with a 2-6 record. The Knights are looking to end a 2-game losing streak and avenge a March loss to the Dragons. Howard Essex has been a back-and-forth series. In the Coach Carey era, Howard leads the series 4-3. Mary Lee, what do you expect to see from Essex?
Well, Essex is having a tough season. I feel like they're a very young team that has potential but doesn't have the stick skills, the experience, or the size to really compete against a team like Howard. They're going to have to step up their game and have a lot of endurance to try to control Howard on the offense. They're eager for a win, though, so it should be interesting to see how they match up against Howard.
Howard is looking to stay undefeated in the region. Let's go to the Dragons' Lair. First half, Howard's on offense. Charlotte Wilkinson gets above the goal line extended, goes behind the goal now.
Nice assist by Wilkinson. She does a good job of taking her time to work around the defenders and find the cut-in.
Essex is looking to clear. Caitlin Farlow goes to Molly Swindell.
Really great defense by Howard. They triple cover the Essex attacker with the ball and created the turnover without fouling. Essex needs to keep their cradling tighter. They need to pass quicker. You can't let yourself be triple covered. Other players are open.
Later in the possession, Wilkinson sits back, delivers another well-placed pass, this time to Rachel Hunter.
Quick and clean play calling by Howard. Great finish by Hunter. Wilkinson is so consistent with winning the draw and giving Howard the advantage. She's aggressive, and her persistence is spearheading the offense and putting Essex on their heels. Hunter uses her speed and does a good job of keeping her stick tight against her body and keeping her cradle tight so she can beat the defenders and go straight to goal.
Another failed clear for Essex. Rebecca Coughlin secures it for Howard.
Howard is doing a great job of winning ground balls, and their midfield looks fast and fresh. It looks like Essex is tired because Howard is outrunning them and beating them to ground balls, which is a huge factor.
5-0 lead for Howard. Camberley Justice up against Coughlin. Coughlin keeps her in front of her.
Great defense by Coughlin for the clean hit to create the turnover.
The Dragons open the game with 10 minutes of shutdown defense. Later in the possession, Erica Heafy dodging, wins the one-on-one matchup, and Heafy with a bullet.
Heafy uses her body to fake out the defender and go in for the goal.
Essex has 3 turnovers, a failed clear, and no goals so far in this game. Carolyn Oakey moves towards the crease, denied by Ellie Garvey.
Great save by Garvey. She's not letting anything past her. Howard is playing good man-on-man defense and playing very tight to them. They're not letting them see the field or find the open players. Their vision is obstructed because the defense is all over them.
Other end of the field, here's Chelsea Miller.
Great play call. Miller finds the open player very easily. Coughlin doesn't even have to cut in. She just found the opening. Wilkinson works it around the crease looking for the slow break, finds Heafy for the low corner goal.
Charlotte Wilkinson finishes the game with a career-high 9 assists. Howard scored the first 7 goals of the game. The closest Essex got was 6. The Dragons score a convincing win. Let's go to Matt Stovall.
Charlotte, this was a huge win for your team. How did you prepare? What was the strategy today?
In practices, especially, we just worked on being patient and taking care of the ball. Those are Coach's famous words, take care of the ball, move the ball. So we really worked on patience and possession mainly.
All right, Rebecca, how do you feel the team did taking care of the ball today?
I think we did very well. We focused on our fundamentals. We passed and caught the ball very well as well. And, that's about it.
Charlotte, I hear you have a nickname, the Ostrich out there. How'd you get that nickname?
I take form of an ostrich. getting onto the field. So I run, my legs are moving, but my upper body is not. So I look exactly like an ostrich, according to Rebecca and the rest of the team.
Rebecca, you played every season so far. You played soccer, basketball, and it seems like you're having the most success with lacrosse. How does it feel having this success with this team?
It's actually excellent. Going from basketball, which wasn't too good of a season, to a team with this and this kind of work ethic, I guess, it's pretty good. I like it a lot.
All right, Rebecca, I heard the goal early on was to win region. That was the goal. You're number 3 in the country right now. Have the goals changed at all?
I mean, it's still to win regionals, but we also want to go to nationals and actually compete with some upper-level teams and hopefully win. That's our goal.
Ladies, congratulations on another big win.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go Drags!
For Dragons Lair Update, I'm Matt Stovall.
It's time for track and field. My next guest brought home Howard Community College's first national championship. Head coach Errick Henlon joins me now. Welcome, Coach.
Hey, thank you, Dan. It's a pleasure to be here today.
So let's talk about the team. How is the team performing right now?
Right now, it's a team that is progressively getting better as we go along week by week. So it's good. We are doing a lot of good things. The coaching staff is doing a lot of good work. The team is not as big as previously, and so it gives us more time to have a lot of one-on-one coaching.
In your years of experience, how have you found in the way that you train the student athletes, you get them at the right time to peak at the right time at nationals? What do you do differently?
All right, now, the peaking aspect of it, you have to take into one critical part of it is rest. A lot of coaches don't understand that rest is very important. That's probably the most important part of your entire training. If you don't rest your athlete, they're not going to run as good as they should. So when it's coming on to the peaking aspect of it, you're going to speed them up, but you're going to give them great amount of rest. So the more rest they get, the stronger they get. And when it comes championship time, they're ready to explode. So that's in the early part of the program, what we usually do, and that's all the coaches them and our program here, they follow the same concept. They do a lot of volume, a lot of distance, and as soon as we're getting closer, we're dropping off the volume and speeding up as we go along and giving more rest as we go along.
So let's talk about the sprinters. And I know that's kind of an event that's dear to your heart, and you've done the most training with sprinters. Yeah. How do you treat those student athletes differently than, let's say, your distance runners, your middle distance runners? What kind of training do you do with your sprinters?
Well, one of the things you got to understand, if you're a sprinter, you got to start running fast. That's what speed is about, right? You got to run fast you got to train fast in order to run fast. So we do control training. So we control the speed that they run in the initial stage. And then we control it and speed them up gradually as we go along.
Good luck the rest of the season, Coach. And in 2017, I'm going to expect a national championship for you as a head coach this time.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dan, and I'm going to work hard towards it.
For the latest highlights, go to youtube.com/HCC Dragon Sports. An all-new Dragons Lair update premieres Friday, June 5th on HCC-TV. Thanks for watching, and remember, go Dragons!